Good morning. Good morning. Let me just get myself adjusted. I had to I had to take a couple of extra minutes um to get a hold of some photos because I wanted to make sure, because you're in my network, you're probably going to get these friend requests in your on your Facebook as well. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to kind of share this alert with you because we have a side topic today. In terms of a company that's using some pretty spammy approaches to their organic marketing. So if you are with me here this morning, welcome to a Marketing Monday. Go ahead and give me a hashtag live. Let me know you are here because I have something kind of funny for you this morning. So that's definitely what I'm going to lead with. But first, I wanted to ask you how your Valentine's Day was. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day? Do you hate Valentine's Day? Did you celebrate Palentine's or Galentine's Day instead? We didn't really do too much. We got 4 kids, but do let me know in the comments if Valentine's Day was something that you did. Sean Sean says side topics are the bomb. Spam is not. Sean, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Like, I could not believe it. Um, so yeah, let me know how your Valentine's Day was. If you're watching this live, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. And don't be afraid to throw in some good mornings or anything like that. Yeah, so I got a spam alert for you. Marketing spam. It's a company called Steed Media. If you have been targeted by some of their virtual assistants, you will know because all of them, their Facebook cover image includes Steed Media. They have a website. Hold on, let me find out. You know what? I'll even let you see. I'll go ahead and share my screen so you can see. And I'm doing this because they got on my nerves. So they are a social media agency. It looks like social media marketing. And then their tagline, your profit maximization is our success, which I think could use some testing. I don't know how great that is. More than your usual marketing agency. Yeah, they appeared more than usual in my inbox when I got friend requested by like 4 or 5 of their virtual assistants. Yeah. Okay, so they are not local to me. That makes sense. Yeah. So anyway, this is their website. Super not a fan already. All right, so I'm done sharing. And I'm actually going to show you some of the chats that we had. So first chat. So she says, Ruthie, thank you for connecting. I've checked your profile out and I saw that you are founder at Ruthie Bowles. Love your profile. Was wondering if you are looking for qualified and trained VAs to help you expand and optimize your business profits using our platform all organically. How it works is you'll have your own personal VA who brings in 15 to 20 appointments a month at least and manages all other work. Since the organic method never fails, I am pretty confident you'll love the process. Please let me know. And then I responded with, what I'm usually looking for is someone who doesn't copy and paste the wrong part of my business Facebook page in their first message to me. Now that's true. I am looking for that. That is something that I want. The other thing, if spoiler alert, the organic method never fails, she said, it's about to fail. Well, it did fail. It failed hard. That's a piece. Yeah. So that failed hard. And so let's go ahead. Let's see what happens next. Ooh. So she said apologies, and then she put my whole thing. She copied and pasted it from my personal Facebook page, founder, authority marketing strategist at Ruthie Bowles, Defy the Status Quo Marketing. And so then I explained it to her. I explained it to her how this is broken down. So my brand is just Defy the Status Quo, which you can see if you go to my website. My name is Ruthie Bowles, and I'm a marketing strategist. That's why it's all together. And then I said, I am the founder of Defy the Status Quo, which is my brand. And I said, I am the face of my company, which is why my name is on the Facebook business page. Yeah. Okay. Right? Pretty clear. And then next, she said, perfect, your profile is great. And then she proceeded to copy and paste a portion of the first message here. What? She copied and pasted a portion of the first message down into the next message. And that's what I said. You just copied and pasted the same message. I'm blown away, but not in a good way. If this is an example of your approach, it's a hard pass for me, which means no, which means stop, which means do not pass go and collect $200. It means get out of my DMs, right? Or I guess it's more like, hey, this is an indicator that you should cease and desist, right? Chat number 4. Woo! No problem. Feel free to book a meeting on the following link to clear your queries in case you change your mind. Thank you. What? Hold on. Yeah. What? And then finally, this is a GIF. And so what happens in the GIF, if you haven't seen this before, it's a little stick figure person, and then the words "the point" go blazing past over the stick figure person, and they've got like no response at all. And then her response was, if you feel like you're interested in hiring a VA for your team, then you can connect with my company and book a meeting on the link provided above. Thank you. I laughed. I laughed when I saw that, guys. I don't even know, like, I don't even know what to say to that. I feel like she's completely missing the point. Or she's got like a set of scripted replies that she's allowed to make. I'm not sure. But I got 4 or 5 of those, and then I got second person who messaged me. She sent me the same exact thing as the first person. So I told her, I was like, "Oh, that's so interesting. I got one of these 15 minutes ago from someone else, and she said the exact same thing as you and made the exact same mistake." So spam alert. They're saying they're going to bring you 15 to 20 calls. I'm not even sure they can get 15 to 20 calls for themselves unless it's from desperate people who ignore all of the other indicators in these copy paste messages, and they just move forward based on the whole, oh, we'll definitely get you 15 to 20 calls. Just see, yeah. So unless like you're like Sean and you're like, yes, now I want a VA because I got to see all that spam and it just excited me so much. No, that's not what he's saying. That was sarcasm. He was being sarcastic. But yeah, so that's like really the big thing. Like all of the indicators there indicate that they would be approaching people in a way that's completely off brand and completely divergent from my brand principles. And they obviously don't know when to quit. And look, y'all, if you go to my Facebook page, in my bio it says do not slide into my DMs or else I will turn you into a TikTok video. So y'all know that this is coming. This is coming. I'm doing it. It's going to be a TikTok video. I know, you know what it is. And so Sean commented, he said, desperate makes for a good client too. And again, that's more sarcasm because desperate never makes for a good client. It never does. So, they're coming at me with desperation. And the only people who are actually going to buy into that are people who are desperate or naive. And that I don't say that in like a derogatory sense, like, oh, you're desperate or you're naive. All of us were at some point. All of us were at some point. And so that's what I'm saying is that's the only people it's going to work on. So that got me riled up this morning. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys this morning. And I will probably cut out that section of the live and post that somewhere, maybe even send it to them and let them know that they need to stop because that was horrible. And yeah, I called them out. So there they go. Steed Media, avoid their virtual assistants unless you want to deal with the spam. And I would advise dealing with the spam if you've got a creative way of handling it, much like myself. Because these people give me fodder for content and an opportunity like here in this live to point out why these things are wrong and to talk about ways that you could do better. And I even tried to help them like, hey, you totally copied and pasted the wrong portion of my name. And yeah, so it gives me an opportunity to use them as an educational point if they are determined to miss the point. I know you guys won't. So again, just we are actually going to be talking about going deep with your why and why that's important. And I'm not going to keep you too long here because that's not really my style. And if you're coming in now, give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay, and then you're definitely going to want to go watch the rant that I just made. But yeah, let's get into it. The importance of going deep with your why. So when I talk about your why, one of the things, so in my new program that I'm developing, we're calling it your Polaris, seeking your Polaris. And Polaris is the name of the North Star, which you can find, if you can find the Little Dipper, Ursa Minor, the portion of Ursa Minor, it's the very tail end on the scoop, on the handle. That's the North Star. And it's only a few degrees, I believe, off of the actual like true North Pole. And so that is why I decided to use that metaphor, seeking your Polaris. That's the name of the first phase of the program. And so I wanted to talk about why it's important to go deep with your why. And going deep with your why, you tend to go deep with yourself. Right. And so I bet that you did not realize that when you signed up to be an entrepreneur, you were signing up for a journey of self-discovery. I know. I was at the entrepreneur membership office as well. And I remember filling out the form and getting my entrepreneur membership card. I do not recall checking any box saying I opted in for a journey of self-discovery. I know. But here we are. Here we are. The reason why we're here is because we cannot effectively execute. I mean, they can't effectively execute it either, but we can't effectively execute the tactics deployed by companies like Steed Media and other things that strike us as wrong and, unfriendly. They're dissonant. There's a dissonance in those approaches that just doesn't work for us. And so that's why it's important when you have identified your Polaris, when you have found your North Star in terms of your why and your business and your purpose, then it makes it so easy to spot these things. It makes it so easy to spot these things. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about is the dangers of a shallow why. When you have a shallow why, you tend to lack clarity. And when you don't have clarity, if you are not clear on yourself and the things that you're doing and the way that you're operating, it is obvious. Well, not obvious. It's more like it is that lack of clarity is woven through all of your content. It makes its way into your sales calls. It makes your way into the live streams. It makes its way into all of your direct messages to people. Your uncertainty, your lack of clarity weaves its way into everything that you put out for your business. And because it's there present, even if you're not conscious of it, because that lack of clarity is present in everything that you're doing, it is going to hurt your efforts as you try to grow your business. And I can tell you this because I've experienced it. I've experienced this. And so that is one of the things. So like a shallow why might be, somebody says, "Hey, what's your why? Like, what's your mission? Like, what's your goal? Like, what's your big why?" And you're like, "Oh, I want to help business owners save time. And so that's why I write their content or build their websites or whatever." That's your why? Really? Like that is what gets you up and moving and day in and day out as you want to help save other people time? Really? No. That is a benefit of the work that you do for your client, but that can't be the driving why. And you're like, "No, literally, that's it." I'm telling you, no, there's something deeper. But you're at the shallow end of the pool and you have not gone swimming into the deep end of the pool, because really, when you discover what your why is, it should shock you. It should shock you and it should excite you. It should excite you. So I had a shallow why. My shallow why was, "Hey, I want to help business owners who are doing great work, DEI consultants." That's diversity, equity, and inclusion, for those of you that don't know. DEI consultants and other social activists and social entrepreneurs. I want to help them create great content and have great marketing strategies. And the why behind that was because if I'm helping them do great work, then they can go, like, if I'm helping them with their marketing, then they're going to be better and able to go out and get more clients and continue doing their awesome work. Which, I mean, honestly, let's be real, like, that's a decent why. That's a decent why. But it was not my true why. And so after doing some work and diving deep on my own why, I realized, going really deep, my very favorite people, like, I love working with the DEI consultants, but what I love doing with my clients the most, and I love putting together strategies and I love, helping them execute their content. But what really lights my fire is helping them discover exactly how they actually want to be positioned, helping them do things like figure out their why and pull their brand into alignment with their true authentic selves. That is my work. That is, like, everything else continues to enable that first work, and that's the stuff that gets me excited, because my why, and it shocked me when I wrote it down. My why is to my why is this vision of a world where everyone lives with their brightness turned all the way up. And in my mind's eye, when you are showing up authentically, you shine like a star. You shine and you're bright and people can see it and they notice. And so that is why my vision is a world where everyone lives their lives with their brightness turned all the way up. And so if I could help in the course of my life, even just 100 people live their lives in an authentic way and completely show up with their dreams and actually manifest those, then that to me is a worthwhile life. That is a huge impact. I was sharing this yesterday. So a couple weeks ago, I was in a room, a clubhouse room with Les Brown. And he's an amazing speaker, by the way. And I was reflecting on my favorite quote by him. And I will give you a synopsis of it because I don't remember it word for word. But he was basically saying, imagine yourself on your deathbed. And instead of being surrounded by your family, you're surrounded by your hopes, your dreams, your talents, everything that you could have done that you didn't. And he said to imagine that they were angry with you, and you're wondering why are they angry with you, and they say that it's because that they were given to you, that they were born into you, and because you didn't stand up for them, you didn't have the courage to stand up for your hopes and dreams and your talents and all the things you could have accomplished, they have no choice but to now also die with you. And I was like, oof, oof. And there's another quote out there that says, the graveyard is the richest place in the world because it is the resting place of countless hopes and dreams and books and vaccines and solutions to problems that plague us. Like, the graveyard is the richest place in the world. How many of us are going to store, right? How many of us are going to store what we could have given to the world in the graveyard instead? And so I think that that is a huge part of authenticity. You have to have that courage to fully show up, because when you do, other people feel as if they have permission to fully show up. So, oh, thanks, Sean. Sean said, this section is why I'm the bomb. You're so nice, Sean. So to that end, I don't like we're at 17 minutes into the live, and I appreciate you being here. And if you're catching this as a replay, I appreciate that too. But please let me know in the comments if that's resonating with you, if you feel like that is something, especially, I mean, I know I said that part about being an entrepreneur and not realizing you were signing up for self-discovery, but I feel like that's really true for a lot of us. Going through this entrepreneur journey, I've learned a lot about myself and the things that I want to accomplish in the world, and it's not what I thought. It's not what I thought when I signed up. And so I just want to close this with a little bit of housekeeping. I guess it kind of relates to the topic even, but I am getting ready to launch a beta group for my new program, Unleashing Authenticity. And what we will be doing is working through not just accepting and understanding blocks and fears around showing up authentically in your marketing, but also, like I said, that first phase is actually called Seeking Your Polaris. So we'll do some deep self and brand and business evaluations and work to make sure that everything is in alignment, as well as learning how to tell your story and kind of pull that out of you and then translate it over into marketing. So there are actually 2 other phases to the program, and I won't go into them here. But if you're interested in the beta group, if you're interested in diving deep, not just into your why, but into yourself and learning how to actually express that like the star that you are, so you can shine, right? Shine the light that attracts your ideal clients to you, then drop a comment if you're interested in the beta group and I will send you a message. Thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to the rest of this week, guys. Oh, I got like a video on TikTok that's got over 20,000 views. That's never happened. That's never happened. So I don't really know if that's going to turn into anything, but right? That's kind of fun. It was also like minimum effort TikTok video, but I digress. Oh, hey, Sean. So Sean says, after our conversation last week, he felt like he really needed this. And Sean, I just want to tell you, I really appreciate you for saying so. I will say that since I started working on developing this new program, Unleashing Authenticity, I feel like my intuition, the volume on my intuition is turned all the way up, you know? And And so, yeah, so this is what I felt moved to talk about today. And every time I follow that intuition, I've gotten some type of response where, like, it's me, like you here with your comment. I've gotten some type of response, whether it's somebody sending me a DM or something like that, that is like, hey, I needed to hear that. I really resonated with that. Thank you for sharing. I thought it was just me, all sorts of stuff that's telling me, hey, just kind of like an affirmation, a confirmation that I did a good job by following my intuition and shining my own light the way that it needs to be shined, in a way that I haven't been shining it in a long time. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, 20K. I think it was actually 21 last time I saw on that TikTok video. So we'll see what happens, what comes of that. Um, yeah, so that was it. That was it for Marketing Monday. Again, let me know what you think of Valentine's Day. It's always an interesting conversation. And this was Marketing Monday. And I will see you next week. And for those of you in the United States, happy President's Day. That's it for me. I'm going to go get back on Clubhouse now.